welcome everyone to the G7 Gratiot 7 Mile Better Block event. Can I hear it for Gratiot one more time? As part of the Gratiot 7 Mile Neighborhood Framework, this placemaking activity will transform several of these vacant lots into the Gratiot McNichols microdistrict. The goal here that we're starting today is to reimagine these 3 city lots as a vibrant, bustling part of this high-traffic commercial corridor and demonstrate the potential for new commercial development. This one-day activation is just the very beginning of helping to showcase what G7 can be. We hope to test some ideas and get some more feedback that will be incorporated into the long-term vision for this community. With that, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our mayor, Mayor Mike Duggan.
All right. Well, how's everybody over here today? You know, last week we had a little party downtown with 750,000 of our best friends, and how did Detroit look? Okay. The week before that, I did the State of the City speech on Dexter, where we're building out a whole new streetscape, and that Dexter corridor is coming back. This week, we're here on Gratiot, and you've seen over the last year how we've cleaned up Gratiot. A lot of the abandoned buildings are down, a lot of the rusted fences are gone, the graffiti's gone. We think Gratiot has so much potential, and now we're ready to go to the next step. We want people who might start a business, build a building, to drive by and say, that site's great. A lot of people live around here. Maybe I should open a business. And so we start with activities like pop-ups, where people can see the vibrancy of the neighborhood and start to think. And every time we have brought neighborhoods back, we started in an area where people thought nothing's happening here, and we showed them a step at a time. There's a lot of people here who love this neighborhood, who are tied to this neighborhood. You look at the University of Michigan did a study last month that in the last 10 years, there's been a $3 billion increase in black wealth in homeowners in the city of Detroit. Okay? That's the folks who stayed, the folks who didn't leave for the suburbs. And their houses came back and their neighborhoods came back. And they came back because we took one lot at a time, just like this, and we started to activate it. And every step of the way, I have had a great partner who has really been leading the effort in her district. So let me introduce your great council member, Letitia Johnson.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Welcome to District 4. So we are actually at the District 4, District 3 boundary, and I'm really ecstatic to be here because, as the mayor mentioned, a lot of times people think that my focus is on one part of the district. My focus is on the entire District 4. And so we're really excited to be here to reactivate Gratiot and the 7-mile, the 6-mile corridor. We've had some phenomenal residential partners, some community organizations that have been heavily involved. We've actually done a small planning study in one of the neighborhoods, and so I just want to make sure I encourage all of our residents to be engaged, to be involved in the plan, in the process, so that when everything starts to turn around and you see it, you can say that you were a part of the change, a part of creating the change, and not looking and saying, okay, why'd they do this? Because this isn't for us. We're asking all of you to be involved, and I see some phenomenal partners out here today. I know some amazing work has already started to happen as a result of this Gratiot and 7-mile strategic neighborhood, and so I'm really looking forward to the continued improvements and all the work that we're going to do together. I want to say a special thank you to Fifth Third Bank, because what happens is when we pull these collaborations together, we create sustainable communities. When our residents come together and decide what's going to happen in our neighborhoods, our communities are better for it. The businesses that pop up as a result are better for it as well. And I'm so ecstatic to have a partner in District 3 from Scott Benson's district, and we have a phenomenal person in Member Benson's on his team, Mr. Damian Mitchell, who's also been working with us heavily in this project. Damian?
Thank you, thank you. All right, hello everyone. Today marks a momentous occasion as we gather here for the ribbon cutting ceremony of the G7 Better Block Project. That's right. Celebrating the rehabilitation of the Gratiot 7-mile corridor. On behalf of Councilman Scott Benson's office, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for this joyous occasion. This achievement wouldn't have been possible without the dedication and the hard work of individuals who tirelessly worked behind the scenes. I want to extend our special thanks to our planning director, Antoine Bryant, and our lead planner, Khalil Lagan, for their invaluable contributions to this project. Their vision and expertise have been instrumental in revitalizing this corridor and bringing positive change to the community. I would also like to express our sincerest appreciation to Mayor Mike Duggan for his unwavering support and commitment to the enhancing and quality of life for all Detroiters. His leadership has been pivotal in driving forward initiatives like the G7 Better Block Project, which aims to transform neighborhoods for the better. To the resilient residents and businesses who have weathered the challenges and remain steadfast in their support, we owe you a debt of gratitude. Your resilience and determination has inspired us all, and because of your unwavering spirit, that projects like this are possible. But let us remember, this is just the beginning. The work doesn't end here. We pledge to continue our efforts to make further improvements and enhancements to our community. Together, we will build a brighter, more prosperous future for all. Thank you once again to everyone who has played a part in today's ceremony. Let us continue to work together to create a Detroit where we all can call home. Thank you.
Thank you, Damian. So, for something as powerful as this, we know every great initiative needs our residents, it needs resources, and it needs partnerships. And one of our greatest partners is Invest Detroit. And so I'd like to bring up my dear friend, Jermaine Ruffin, the Senior Vice President of Neighborhoods for Invest Detroit.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I don't know which one of you I need to thank for making the rain stop, but I sure appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take credit for that. But again, this is a wonderful partnership. I want to thank the mayor, the council member, City of Detroit, Fifth Third Bank, who has provided the food and also provided the support and the resources that allowed the Strategic Neighborhood Fund to be so successful in neighborhoods across the city of Detroit. This is one of those partnerships where it's a labor of love. We know what these vacant lots in the neighborhoods look like. We saw dilapidated properties across the city, but like the mayor said, the city showed out last week for the draft, and the neighborhoods are showing out, and they're going to continue to show out as we move forward and make these community investments. So I want to thank you as the residents for coming out, making sure that your voices are heard, working with great people like Antoine and Khalil. Listen, Khalil, I'm going to take a little bit of liberty here and just say, without her pushing this project and her and Antoine coming and saying this is what needs to happen for community and supporting it, we wouldn't be at the table. I got to admit that. She is a wonderful person, and I'm so glad to see this project come about. And the Better Block Foundation, what can I say about you all? This is something this is the beginning. There's a lot of opportunity here in this neighborhood, and Invest Detroit wants to work directly with you as the residents and small business owners to help you make your community what you desire it to be. All right? Thank you, everyone. Before I step off, I get the opportunity to introduce Tanya Rose. Tanya, thank you so much for the work that you do and being a great partner. Your turn.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is absolutely my pleasure to be here today, and on behalf of David Gratiot, our regional president, and all of the employees at Fifth Third Bank, I want to say thank you to Mayor Duggan, all of the residents, because not only are we wanting to be a great corporate citizen, but we're actually neighbors. We have our financial center right down the street. We don't just work here, but we also have residents that live in the G7 neighborhood. We live, we work, and we play here. And as part of our Fifth Third celebration, we have our own national holiday across our 11-state footprint where we serve millions of meals. We're delighted to be able to provide the meals here today, and I just want to thank all of you once again for welcoming Fifth Third Bank and allowing us to roll up our sleeves and continue to invest in a neighborhood that we absolutely love. Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over to the fabulous Kiana Sessoms.
Thank you all for being here. I just want to say we have an amazing team through the city departments, through our partners with the foundations and investors that have just brought us all here today, but we could not do this without our residents. Our residents are the one who really planted those seeds, and we are here because of the fruition of the seeds that they started to build and talk about what they wanted to see here. This G7 plan kicked off in 2019. Now, we had one in-person meeting here at the Matrix back then, and once the pandemic hit, we were meeting via Zoom. We were trying to capture engagement in any way that we could to better understand what the residents wanted to see here. And the stakeholders showed up, our residents continued to show up, and this space is here because they knew what they wanted to see and they believed in the vision of what you're looking at today. So I just want to acknowledge you all and say thank you. And I want to introduce one of our stakeholders who has been really just advocating to ensure that residents and community members come out and show out today. So I have the pleasure of introducing one of my District 3 residents, Marcia Spivey from the Regent Park Community Association. Thank you.
All right, so I'll clap for myself. No. Good afternoon, Detroit. Good afternoon, East Side. So I am attorney Marcia Spivey, and I actually would catch the bus at 7 Mile and Gratiot to 8 Mile to Eastland. So I'll leave that there without giving you my age, because I'm just about 35. But, you know, the East Side is no longer the best kept secret. The secret is out. We have went to college, we have been to trade schools, we have done the work, and we are coming back to the East Side to build our community. And so I say that to say thank you to the George Prestons that stayed, to the Sandra Attorney Handys that stayed. I say that to all of you who stayed and gave me a place to purchase my first home when I came back, and Fifth Third actually provided my mortgage. And so I say thank you for the work that all of you have done from Regent Park Community Association. We're in District 3. We used to be called the Red Zone, but now we're part of the 4820 Live. And it's the Hope Zone. So, thank you to Mohican Regent. Thank you to Denby Neighborhood Alliance. Thank you to the Osborne Neighborhood Alliance. We are back, and I see Josh Bales over there on the 1s and 2s from the Detroit Planning. And so I have a special request. He's a great DJ, and it's ain't no stopping us now. Because the secret is out and the East Side is going to develop. We are going to provide stable housing, low-income housing. We're going to make sure that there's a place that we all can work, live, and play, and flourish together. And so let's have a good time tonight. I'm going to leave and go pass out more flyers to get more of our residents here, but let's have a great time, and let's take this energy and synergy to the next 10 decades. Thank you.
Great job, Miss Spivey. And I don't know if y'all got a chance to look at Miss Spivey's boots, but she came here ready for y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, the hustle's about to start. Y'all not ready. We have a couple more thank yous. We want to make sure, again, our partners with Fifth Third Bank, our partners with Invest Detroit. She talked about Mr. Wilkins with Sandra Turner Handy, Mr. Theus, Eleanor Johnson, Ashley Douglas. All of these individuals met almost every week for the last 4 months to help put this together. This event would not occur without our partners with Matrix and with Better Block. And so we want to give them all a ringing round of applause. And we're going to do things differently here in G7. We're not going to cut a ribbon. It's my understanding we're gonna hit a mallet. That's what we're about to do over here. It's going to be right over here. That's where we're going to inaugurate this entire space. So if y'all can come on a little bit closer, take all of our journalist team, and we're going to use the mallet to get it started. All right.
Testing, yeah.